We have our guy who did voice acting for the Crom and Nextron. I had a friend of mine who has an audio workstation, so I sat down with him and we kind of worked on doing some cool dialogue effects on these to actually get them to sound like real kind of strange aliens. We're still working on it. Some of the implementing of these dialogues give it kind of a strange crackling or peaking sound, so we're working through that, and we will have that all tied up nicely for demo day.
Okay, I'm Bob. So we basically did three things. One is finish up some new features and polish and fix bugs. So first one, a big change is that now we have two races. In all the code, we may hard code something. Now we need to change based on the race, the player choose, and that is something big. For each race, we have different assets, so there are a lot of work to do. Second one is the new maps. So now we can load maps from the main menu, so the player can choose a map, and both players will go into that map to play. So this is also something new. The third one is winning condition. So before that, we are using resource to do both things. One is create new maps. Second one is winning condition. Now they are separate. So now we can capture the settlement, and the settlement will produce some human worker. The human worker will go back to the base. When the worker arrives at the base, the player will get some score. So second one is polish. There are a lot of things to polish. First one is UI. So before that, there are some small bugs. Now most of them are fixed. And one thing is that we move the menu button from here to the center on top. So because before that, player can quickly click that. So now we fix that. Second one is a lot of new assets, animation, sounds, model, and we have some new buildings near the settlement. The third one is some small details like before that, the AI will unleash the foot of any soldier and building. Now they will the body. The last one is the new map. As David showed, the new map is much useful with a lot of details. The most important one is bug fix. So there are tons of bugs. The process is like this. First is find bugs. So every week we will do a play test and go through everything to check if something is broken. We will log them. And another one is random. So maybe you are doing your job and you find something is broken. So you need to report that in the Slack and also add that to the hands-off. So we have a list of bugs. So maybe in one day we will have tens of maybe more bugs add to the system. And the team leads will grab the task into their team and allocate them to different people. So after that, we will submit and recheck. So this is the key. The key is code review. Because we have more checklists submitted during this period of time. So we need to make sure we don't create new bugs. Otherwise, we will never finish that.
So here's our part. Basically, what we have done is we put all the new character models into our game, and then now we have more 6 units model for our game. And basically, because our engineer team take this art job, so basically we have one model for each side, and then we modify the base model and make it into 3 types of the unit. And we also use the same texture for all the units in the same race, so make them more like a same race. And secondly, we did some illustrator for our game backgrounds, so now it looks more beautiful. And thirdly, we reduce some GUI assets because we use the new fonts now. And based on the engineering updates, like selection and race selection, we add some new GUI for our game. And so basically, we have all these character concept before, and then we have the models now. So this is the Chrome models, the AOE units, basically infantry, and the sniper. And that's, here is the natural units, the AOE units, and the infantry, and the sniper. And here are some illustrations for our game. And we also do some skylines based on these illustrations to add it as a texture on our skywalls. And for the next 2 weeks, basically we will create some new poster for our game, and then we need some improvement on our gymnast.
I think that's going to get us to our demo. So I think quickly, Andrew's going to get rolled by Gal. So we're gonna play through playgrounds the previous map we showed. Try to do like a full game loop on that, and then show off the second map real quick. Just have Gal sort of run through it, take a look at it. But, no audio?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. You can go start there. Yeah, right. Unfortunately, since it's not coming through the audio, TV you can't hear as well. But we have like a Thornton School music student. He put together a theme for the Crom, and we have another student doing one for the next one that we'll have ready for the showcase. So now each faction will have, going to the differentiation, will have their own, and they'll have their own themes. So here in game, you can see how like now the atmospheric fog really helps sort of make this feel like more of a polluted, dusty wasteland. If you remember previously, there's a giant skybox that was like had a bunch of stars and stuff like that. Didn't really attract that, right? And you can also, if you listen, you can also hear the VO. The crowd is sort of like deep voices. They're sort of very sort of brutish types. The next round are very, very angry, very shrill, not pleasant things to fight. Here's like a one-on-one, not quite a one-on-one, but both players are in mute mode. Oh, there was Andrews. And so you'll see on this mini-map, these little yellow dots are humans going back to your face. So right now the win condition is 50, so you're trying to do first to 50. But unlike, so when we had minerals as the win condition, you can sort of back your way into it by see if you just like kill units in certain cases, you get resources. So that you could, if you got close to the victory, you didn't really have to try too hard. But if your opponent is close to 50 in this game, you can still go out for an all-out assault on their base, try and blockade their base from getting humans back to units to kill the humans, and you can track them that way. So yeah, each faction, like each of the individual units has their own like sort of voice to it too. Where like the AOE is sort of dumb, sort of want to blow everything up. The snipers are a bit more stealthy. Getting scrap here. So the problem with the AOE units, they're good at taking out lots of groups from far away, but up close it's harder to get a beat on them. Especially if they're moving around. So yeah, now the guy's just like, screw that, I'm just gonna take out these guys, and then say manage to relax. Oh, that's yours. Yeah, that's yours. Yes, I'm yours.
How did you tell if it was your
Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, I was confused inside. Yeah, because it was red, so it must have been a bug with that one. Yeah, if anything, your side should be green. Unless this is the same picture. See that guy that has green. It's missing a bug with that guy. Maybe there's like a weird box right there. Another thing I did, that particle, you saw the smoke coming up from the ship that was added recently. Oh, might have a server crash. I'll restart. You guys do a quick little look around on depths instead of restarting.
This never happened. Just kidding.
The server went to sleep. That's why.
What was that?
I tried to, like, that happened before and I thought I turned it off, but
Now the sound's coming from
yeah. So okay, quickly do a little look at depth. It has a lot more interesting lighting. Okay, try it down here. Try like alt tab. Oh, it's like stuck. That's weird.
Escape.
Try to alt tab. Like maybe something else is like taking priority. That's not our cursor, I don't think.
No, it's not. Control shift. Escape.
Can you like alt F4 just like start it back up here? There's computers, not for you. Oh, it's computers. That's unfortunate.
You want to plug in Andrews and then connect it.
Oh, okay, that's.
Should test over there. Change all these sources.
There's all these sort of crystals that are illuminating part of the cavern. But Andrew probably hasn't played this that much. So if you're doing a best identification of all your buildings, we're going to try to do some like shape matching. The barracks over here to the left and over to the top. This match is a lot more closed off. It's a lot more about a fight in the middle, trying to get control of that middle point, because the other 2 points are firmly closer to the opponent's base. Oh, no, just have the warning go up. There you go. Can you explain what the bars are on the bottom? Which ones? These are health bars. What do you think about them? Oh, health. Can you see that face so this is shields. You only get this when you're in first person mode. Those will go down. That it absorbs damage, but it'll regenerate after like 5 seconds. That's the health that doesn't regenerate. And that's sort of your weapon power. Basic control is how often you can shoot your weapon. So you'll see that, like, you'll see Yeah, our video guy went very, very intense. Tactic if you see your opponent in first person mode. Sometimes you might want to try to take them out as quickly as you can because they do more damage when you're first person mode. But on the other case, it prevents them, if you like take away all the reinforcements, it can really sort of reduce the amount of damage that group can do. So I think here Anders is in control right now. He has the middle point and the tank. Oh, there's oh! Ooh. I think you're too far away for that one. Oh! Counter snipe. You see, here's a situation where he'd like more AoEs than Silver, and then snipers. The snipers are great at taking out very tough targets, but a lot of targets are not as great at, except their Q. They'll drop like an airstrike down a line. That'll be really pretty close though.
We are in battle.
Oh, great. See, there's a buildable tower in the middle, and you see and spend some resources to buy it, and now it's not going to hold the point.
We are in battle. We are in battle.
That tower's going to just work well. Yeah, take it back far away. But trying to stay close. How many squads they made, so Anders favored the soldier and sniper. Those enemies don't. Oh, you see, he might have been doing replenishment mode. So one thing we didn't show off here, the barracks have a mode called replenishment mode that instead of creating new squads, it'll just replenish the squads you're already using, you already have. So as your units die, it'll automatically replace them. So that's a way you can use your resources without having to go back and create squads yourself.
I think it's because actually I was using replenishment.
Oh, so that.
I think that's why. Because it's number of squads, right?
At least swap. They might be swapped. I don't think so. Oh well. Yeah, that's the game. Any questions or comments? Thank you, Z, for sending this. We can turn on the audio.
We have a question.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, no, I wanted to mention that swapping out humans as a winning condition was huge because, after all, this is a game between two alien races warring over control of humanity, and it's almost as though the humans were kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
By making them a winning condition. I think that really, really tied it all together. One question I want to have is, possession has consistently been one of the most organized and largest teams, and I wanted you to share your thoughts about the reward system that you put in. It seems as though it was really effective. How was it received by your team? Do you feel that the team overall enjoyed the reward system, or did it improve morale?
It was very interesting. So we had this issue for a while of people not doing reviews on time. Like reviews would be out there for days. Changes would be out there for days, no one's reviewing. So one day it was some Thursday, we came to class and like, all right guys, it's got to change. We're going to set some sort of system to reward people for doing work. And I think kids suggested the idea, and I threw it out to the group. And they really responded to the idea of like tying food to the so they wanted this.
All right.
And so we gave it to them. And the first week there were like a handful of us
Well, the funny part is the first week we implemented it, and he didn't get snaps. He was the one who was implementing he was too busy implementing the actual point system, and he didn't get any of his reviews done, so he didn't get any snaps.
Did he lose any weight?
I think the stress alone we've all lost.
Yeah.
And what was the net benefit before and after?
Well, I think I think asking them was definitely a good idea because it made sure that they were on board with this change.
Yeah,
so
they had buy-in.
Yeah, so then when we implemented it, and yeah, maybe some people didn't get to eat. It's not a huge deal, but it's a sort of like, maybe a marker change. So I do think it really helped getting buy-in and implementing it and being firm, even saying like, I messed up this week, therefore I'm not eating, and being in front of that and not like being like, oh, I'm the team lead, I get to eat no matter what. I think that helped making sure people were on board. And then the second week, I think the only person who was in the negatives was our lead, so that was an issue.
Nice. So that was to police the review system.
Correct.
Once the review system was humming along, what was the overall net effect that it had on your productivity and your ability to like crush bugs?
But it definitely like increased sort of the speed we could get it done at. Where instead of like, someone does a change on a Friday after we found some bugs on Thursday, instead of it sitting around the whole weekend, then somebody on Saturday would come in and grab it, or Friday night come in and grab it, review it, submit it, they get it submitted, and then that person, either the reviewer or the next person, the person who submitted it, can like now start working on other things. Or it's like things aren't put to the wayside as much. So it really helps increase the cycles of how quickly bugs would get fixed.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Any questions?
Wow. Okay. Nice job.